Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, The Real Super Sam. Today is an Iron Man villain for a top 5 best stories list and I hope you enjoy. Whiplash is an Iron Man villain and I have decided I haven't talked much about Iron Man, even though I should, so why not do a list on one of his enemies, one of the ones I know the most about, this guy Whiplash, who is also called Blacklash at times. I looked at all of his stories, and he barely has any solo issues, and even then, well, there's a reason he isn't complex or remembered much in the comics, although, I guess it makes sense, he just has a whip, so why not make him ultimately just a semi-powerful thug? No team-ups in this list, but even if I did include them, they wouldn't be on the list. So anyway, let's look at the top 5 best Whiplash stories. Number 5. Blacklash in the Burning, Holocaust at High Noon. This story is in Iron Man issues 146 and 147. It's a short little Whiplash story, but it looks epic. I love the art here. The story is Whiplash, or Blacklash, who is going after someone that killed him. The next day, actually, Blacklash invades Stark International to attack Martini. Iron Man engages Blacklash in battle there, and the story ultimately, well, stops there after their battle. It's kind of surprising that a story with such good titles is kind of a lame one. Whiplash has new powers here, and this leads him to have even better battles with Iron Man. It is a great little Iron Man story with Whiplash as the villain. Number 4. Crack of the Whip. This was another one-issue story, but in a team-up between Iron Man and Spider-Man, which was in Marvel Team-Up issue 72. One night, Spider-Man is stopping a robbery, but the goon's leader shows up, and it's Whiplash, who knocks out Spider-Man, meeting the wall crawler for the first time. Today, Whiplash is working for a head of the Maggia crime family, who has a secret to hide from everyone. Soon, Spider-Man and Iron Man team up to fight Whiplash. At the end, when it's revealed who the mystery man really is, Whiplash betrays him and decides to go to the Big M again and tell him everything that has happened on how this member, the one he was taking orders from, is betraying the crime family. To escape, he has to get through Spidey and Iron Man, though. At the end, Whiplash turns insane as Brian, the mystery man, unleashes his powers to make Whiplash believe that his whip has turned into a snake monster. Frightened by the illusion, Whiplash crumbles in defeat and is later turned over to the police, now a shattered wreck. It is a cool event that happened in Marvel Team Up and had Whiplash as the villain. Number 3. Whiplash Returns. Here, Whiplash fought his greatest foe Iron Man in the Invincible Iron Man issue 62. This was his 4th story and still 4th time fighting Iron Man. This is Whiplash's second appearance, or second story, and he wants his revenge on Iron Man. Whiplash's plan is to follow Tony Stark and then put him in danger so that his bodyguard, his foe, Iron Man, will show up for a rematch. And his plan works, and Whiplash has every right to be confident. He's more skilled, and his whip is more powerful than last time, giving Iron Man some trouble. Even though Whiplash doesn't win, he escapes Iron Man while he's distracted. This is a little short story with Whiplash as the villain of the issue again, and gives him a very creative supervillain trope with his whip and skills, being even better than Montana from the Enforcers, which this story also has him just go off on his own instead of being an assassin or the thug for someone else. This story is a great time reading about a battle between Iron Man and Whiplash. Number 2. Echoes. Here, Whiplash made an appearance in a Spider-Man comic in Spectacular Spider-Man issue 101. Whiplash has been hired to break into a building to steal something, but gets cornered by a busload of cops and gets in some trouble. Thinking fast, Whiplash takes a hostage and will kill her if he doesn't get a clean getaway, which the cops won't give him, so Spider-Man has to sneak in and save her. Oh yeah, and this is the story. He's being called Blacklash here. This is also a very good Spider-Man story, one I have remembered for a long time. Even though Spidey has superpowers, he still has to be cautious with Whiplash while fighting, and not just because of the hostage, but because Whiplash's whip is insanely strong now. He's also smarter than last time, like preparing for his first whip to get yanked away, and picking the right ways to move Spider-Man around the room to corner him while fighting. A big point that this story has, is above the last one that Whiplash was in the list, is that throughout the comic, we get to see what Whiplash is thinking through all the panels, and it makes him a more relatable of a foe. Whiplash here is also more of a normal person, being frustrated and gets cautious around all these cops, and thanks to the thought bubbles, we see he really would have killed the girl, and is a dangerous character. Even though he's an Iron Man villain, him fighting Spider-Man also felt natural. Whiplash here made for another fun little hero versus villain story. Number 1. Hometown Boy. Marvel Team-Up issue 145 is another great appearance of Whiplash. Marco Scarlatti, aka Whiplash, has ended his costume days. But seeing Iron Man again, coincidentally, he wants to use this chance to get back with the Maggia crime family. There is a great moment that happens early on which automatically made me think that, yep, this is going to be number one on my list, is when Marco visits his parents' business, and we learn that his dad won't even talk to Marco anymore. He wants nothing to do with him. After that encounter, DiMaggio recruits Whiplash once again. This is the coolest Whiplash has ever been written, and second coolest way he's ever been drawn. This has also got to be the strongest Whiplash has ever been. He could have killed Spider-Man or Iron Man if the two weren't together. Whiplash suffers a real breakdown after getting beat in the end. He keeps repeating to himself that he is a zero, a nobody. This is something maybe commonly seen as a writer trying to give someone depth, but for Whiplash being a loser villain, I see this as what it became, just a one-issue moment. The last panel is an amazing moment reading. Whiplash goes to lock up and starts to imagine a fantasy that his mother will be proud of him and give him new things. I wish we got more of this for Whiplash, but never again was he written this good. Those are the top 5 best Whiplash stories, and I hope you enjoyed. He can be a really cool character, and it is cool to see someone use a whip to battle a superhero. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.